that they have the so-called system and the deep state to manipulate the election. We are ready to work with the IEBC and friends to make sure that we deliver on a credible election. We expect that everybody who is concerned, including the EU, to try and get as much detail as possible, both from the IEBC and from these public officials, on what this all is about and how did close to 1 million names disappear from the register. And many of those names are people from what we consider our stronghold. So there is a clear attempt to try some monkey games. We don't believe they will succeed, but these attempts are a source of concern. So I think that's one issue I didn't raise. Let me allow the rest of my team to speak to. Let's start with Moses. Do you want to start?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Excellencies, good morning again. I'll start by just buttressing what our leader has said, that elections are not judged free and fair on the basis of the conduct on the day of voting. It's the entire process, the integrity of the voters' roll, the conduct of the electoral officials, the conduct of the state machinery responsible for security, and so on and so forth. I'm sure the EU has always been a close observer of our electoral process, and you can see and feel where things are not going right, and we expect to hear your voice. On the issue of refugees from Her Excellency, the Slovak ambassador, every country, in fact, indeed, humanity expects that we should not have refugees. That's the ideal situation. But Kenya has been a host to refugees from almost all our neighbors, except Tanzania, that has not given us any significant flow of refugees in our history. As it is today, conflicts in the region have been subsiding, and we have been encouraging refugees where they can find it possible to go back to their countries. Of course, under the UN and other international protocols, you can't force refugees to go back to where they ran away from. So we continue partnering with yourselves and others, and I want to appreciate, having been in foreign affairs for 10 years, the role your delegation and individual countries have contributed towards the management of the refugee situation in Kenya. And as a country, we have also passed a law that encourages some of the refugees to get integrated within our country and within neighboring countries where they would wish to go. So we'll continue doing that to see that we get to an ideal situation where no human being should be a refugee anywhere. If your question was indicating whether we are ready to take refugees from Ukraine conflict, like I've seen countries like Uganda, I think Rwanda and a few others have made an offer. If it wasn't, then I don't need to go that way. We are too far away from that conflict.
She said something about M-Pesa.
Did you?
Yes. So I was wondering where M-Pesa was coming from.
She mentioned. So what did you say about M-Pesa?
Well, the thing is that, of course, for your countries, as a win-win situation, can you use the potential of the refugees, and if they would like to integrate them. But currently,